Alright guys, BLM here. We're back with another episode of LA Noire. We're continuing on, or at least we're starting a new case, I believe. I forgot what it's called now. What is it called?
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fact.
The white shoe. Wait, what was it? The white shoe slaying. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's go.
Cough. That seems like a decent guy.
I don't care.
Oh my God, why is it so dark
Greetings
out?
from sunny California. When's it going to stop?
Where the fuck is he? Okay, there.
First a letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Okay. So I just found out that in my class tomorrow I have a presentation, so that's gonna be fun. 5 to 10 minutes too. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like she didn't even tell us about it until just now. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Hello.
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma.
Oh, she actually has the clothes on this time, though.
Mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Okay. Nothing. Are we getting nothing from this? Oh, what was that?
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services,
I believe,
F1363.
This one involves a tailing mission, I believe, right? If this is the one I'm thinking of. Like a pretty annoying tailing mission, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Is that it? Is really all that's there?
Never the same, are they? No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Okay.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Is that it? Music just stopped. Really? That's it? That was only 3? So do we leave? Did we even get anywhere? Oh, wait, we have a... Wait. Yeah, like, what do we... That was it?
So what next?
We still got the laundry label to check off.
Oh, so do we call it in? Is that what it is? Wait, what's going on now? Who are these people? Well, I guess one of them's a cop, but who's the other one?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Oh.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Okay.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Well, I mean, again, why would she lie?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am.
That was
Big
it?
help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Yeah, we gotta take out the hobo king. Okay, so we're gonna do what we were trying to do before, which was call in the laundry thing, right?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired.
Just a
But,
moment.
so yeah, I probably won't record the entire time. Like I
Superior
have,
Laundry Services.
I have what,
1260
like
West First Street.
3 hours? Yeah,
Can you
exactly
track down
3 hours
reports of
until
hobo
I'll
camps in the
probably get
vicinity
ready to
of Signal
leave.
Hill?
Probably won't record
Just
all
a
that
moment,
time now, just
detective.
because I am a bit tired. So yeah, like I might
There's
take a
large
nap today
camp
or
under
something.
the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
So I got up at like what,
Thank you.
4:30. So yeah, that was something. Okay, so we have somewhere to go, right? So let's go. This is our car?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we
Okay, I
headed?
guess we'll go to the laundry place first.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Okay. So, so yeah, we're about, what, tomorrow, 2 weeks from tomorrow is when Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out, right? So again, by then, I'm hoping to have, obviously, this done. I hope to have Virginia done, which will only take like 2 hours,
At least the
supposedly.
rain's
If not even less.
You can change back into those white
And, most importantly, all the Assassin's Creed games played again by that point.
Phelps
And we'll be
Galloway,
playing Odyssey and
LAPD,
doing every mission and that and
investigating a case
everything,
when one of her
whatever.
laundry labels came up.
Which will take a while, but it'll be fun.
F1363.
Hopefully. It could
If
be
you give me a
shit.
minute,
Who the fuck
I
knows?
will find
I mean,
Register
really.
and you can take a
But
look.
I have a feeling it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be. Like, if I were to guess, I would say it'll be a middle tier Assassin's Creed game for me.
You take a look for yourself.
But we'll see.
I've got clothes
See how it
that
goes.
need pressing.
Who knows? It could be the best. Like I was listening to the Kill Connor Club, and like they said something like because Tyler, who's on the podcast, had played the game already. Like he played like the first 6 hours or something, and it's like he was talking about how fuck, what are we doing? Ooh. Which one do we pick? Green. It was a green dress, right? Was it a dress or was it a coat? I wasn't paying attention. By the way, it mentions green. It was green. That was the only thing. Does it mention green again? Yeah, so it must be this one then, right?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Okay, so that was it. Is that it? That's all? That's all you have to say? Come on. Is that really it? Like, is that all we have to do here? Like, that seems so strange that we're coming over here just to... Okay, fine.
Can you
We got
drive to
our
this
address, right? Yeah.
And where exactly are we going?
Should we go there first, or should we go to the hobo camp? I feel like we should go there first, just because, like, we got that. Like, I mean, it's like, it kind of feels like this is a...
I've got
we're
a
supposed
feeling
to be
we're
doing
about
these
to
things
meet
in a
another
row,
lifetime.
because,
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
there wasn't really an
Yeah,
investigation
and it's
there or
usually
anything.
correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective
Yeah, I mean, like,
work?
from what
Just
I've
you,
heard about Odyssey,
Nordic types
I
show
haven't watched
particular
much gameplay, really,
disposition
mainly
for
because I'm trying to remain unspoiled. There is the achievements have been leaked, but there's, like, story spoilers, so I haven't really looked at them. But, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna try to platinum the game. Again, I don't want to look at it, because I don't want to be spoiled, but, not that I really care about the narrative, but it's like, if I'm buying it and I'm going to be playing it at launch anyway, I might as well remain unspoiled. But, yeah, I mean, we'll pretty much be playing Odyssey for the entirety of that 3-day period, I think. I mean, I might have to do some homework
Detectives
here and
Phelps
there.
and Galloway. Is your wife
'cause I believe I have,
home,
like, a project due
My wife
that
went out last
Sunday.
night. She hasn't come home.
And I have like a couple,
Can you
like a
describe
homework
your wife
assignment
and what she was
due
wearing?
We were
that
out at a
Sunday as
friend's place,
well.
Bobby Ross's
But the homework assignment I
party.
could probably, I mean, really I could get
She
both of
was
them done
kinda
probably
dolled up.
beforehand, but we'll see.
She had her green silk dress. Open
Again, I'm trying to do a,
Those are her
like
favorite
mixing,
shoes.
because I have a lot
Can
of
we come
homework
in,
this
Mr.
semester. I talk about that.
I'm afraid
Like,
we have some rather bad
like
news.
mixing that with like how much I want to record is like kind of tough at this point.
Do you have someone who can look
That
after
and also
your
obviously
children,
other
Mr.
things that are
Tarleton?
going
I've been
on.
trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
Though, as I said, for this next couple of weeks, like I don't really have that much
Her
else
body
going
was
on
found
outside
this
school
morning.
stuff.
We're very sorry for your loss.
But yeah.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girl.
I just realized, I'm pretty sure this is using a whole bunch of reused assets from the other, that one other apartment. I can't think of what it was. One other house from earlier that we investigated. Like had this sort of similar structure to the section, but whatever.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Okay.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
To check if she was a regular.
See, I mean, the thing that connects all these people is that they're all like, I don't know if alcoholic is the right word, but I mean, they were all people that frequently went to bars, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting Odyssey though to be again like a middle tier game. Like especially from what I've heard. Like I mean, something that Tyler said on the podcast was that it's either going to be like the worst of the best games or the best of the worst games. Mind you, my rating of Assassin's Creed games is a bit different from theirs. Though I mean, to be honest, at this point, it's not that much different from like
I'll be out of your way
lasers
momentarily,
and,
ladies.
and Dynamites. I mean, mind you, there's some differences. Like, I do have Unity slightly higher than they do. I do have, I mean, 3 just, like, slightly higher than they do. I think, like, 1 spot higher, maybe. But, I mean, like, for the most part, I have pretty similar to... And I think my ordering of, like... I think 2 is one that I have a major disagreement with them, because they have it really...
Aaron's bar again.
They usually,
Someone must be real sweet on this
rate it, like, number 2, I believe. Well, I have it like at number 5,
wonder why the
or
picture
maybe
was
even
turned
6. Like it switches on and off with Unity. I think at this point I think 2 is better than Unity at this point for me, but it might switch again. Who the fuck knows? We'll see how this replay goes. Again, to be honest, I'm looking for like Unity's one of the games I'm looking forward to playing the least. So yeah, I don't know. I consider like the tiers for Assassin's Creed games, which again I did plan on doing a video on ranking the Assassin's Creed games at some point. I just don't know when I'm going to do it now, so I might as well just talk about it. like my ranking for the games is essentially like I don't like the actual placement usually like switches around quite a bit. So I don't really have a solid placement, but like essentially when it comes to tiers, I have this. I think there's the upper tier of the 3 best games in the series, which I do think are easily Brotherhood, Black Flag, and Origins. The order of which it switches around for me. Right now, I'm thinking Brotherhood's number 1, but I mean, just like 6 months ago, I was thinking Origins was easily number 1, and then like a year ago, I was thinking Black Flag was easily number 1. So it's like it does switch around a lot. I do think right now, though, I'm pretty solid on Brotherhood being number 1. The problem with Brotherhood. I mean, really, all 3 have problems. I feel like really out of the 3 games, from a gameplay perspective, obviously from a gameplay perspective, Origins is the best. But I mean, like from like the mission structure sort of perspective, and like how annoying the games will be to replay and everything, I feel like Origins is the best out of the 3. But I feel like Brotherhood stands out more from a narrative perspective, and obviously Black Flag does as well from a solely based on the. Like Edward's story is much better than
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Than Bayek's or Ezio's story in Brotherhood. But whatever. I mean, like either way, that's my top tier. I'm not gonna get really into it. I'll talk about it more when we do the marathon itself. Yeah, that's my top tier. Then I got a middle tier, which okay, wait. What the fuck? Why is it like zoom in for like... Okay, there we go.
See if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Size 8. But yeah, then I got a middle tier, which I think out of the middle tier, I think Revelations is clearly number 4 on my rank. Like, it's the top of the middle tier for me. And then I got 2 in Unity, which switch back and forth between 5 and 6. But that's around where that is. And I have the bottom tier of Rogue, 3, Syndicate, and Assassin's Creed 1. Which are, yeah, I mean, again, like, the placement for those keep on switching for me as well. I mean, like, it's tough with these games, because it's like Assassin's Creed 1, from an area standpoint, is much better than those 3 other games. Like, it's not even close. The problem with Assassin's Creed 1 is the gameplay is very mediocre. So it's like... And the mission structure is really abysmal. So it's like, I don't know where to really put that. And then you got Assassin's Creed 3, which is a bit of a mess.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
I'm kind of similar to Syndicate, though I do think 3 has higher highs than Syndicate. Though I do also think 3 has lower lows than Syndicate. So it's like, it's kind of like a... Both of them are kind of bad, and then you got Rogue, which is just, it's really nothing. I mean, Rogue is, I mean, the problem, like, yeah, I loved Rogue when it first came out. It's just, over time, it's like, you kind of realize that, yeah, it's not that great. And to be honest, like, it's not a bad game. Like, I don't think any of these games are bad games. I don't think there's any main series Assassin's Creed games that are bad games. I think all of them are games that I would give a review score of 7.5 out of 10 or higher, I think. Mind you, that entire bottom tier is pretty much all 7.5 out of 10s, I believe, but...
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Still, what the fuck are we missing? Like, we're missing something, because the music's still playing. How far are we? I wasn't looking at the timer. Okay, we're 19 minutes. Okay, what the fuck? How come my timer's, like, fucked now? Sorry, I'm trying to fix it. Okay, well, it won't fix. Okay, fine, whatever. For some reason, like, the text of the time just, like, really shrunk.
Where's my mom?
She's dead. What are we missing? Oh, maybe it's outside. I didn't even think of that. It's probably outside. That's why we can go outside. Alright, but yeah, like, so I'm expecting Odyssey to be in that middle tier. If I were to be perfectly honest, I think Odyssey will be number 5, if I were to guess. As of, like, what I've seen, what I've heard, and everything, I think Odyssey will probably end up being number 5 on the list. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it turns out to have a fantastic narrative and, like, a fantastic modern day or something. Will it? Probably not, but if it does, then it could potentially go up. The problem I have with, I mean, the thing is, like, there's not a perfect Assassin's Creed game. That's the thing. Is, yeah, I mean, like, every Assassin's Creed game has faults. Even the best ones have very glaring faults, and it's really strange in that way. Where it's like, I love the franchise. At least I used to love the franchise a lot. But it's like every game has very major flaws. Like, I mean, like, that make it so that there's really no game in Assassin's Creed history that I would give above a 9 out of 10. Like, again, those top tier games, Black Flag, Brotherhood, and Origins, all of which I would give 9 out of 10. Mind you, none of them I would give over a 9 out of 10. And then, like, you got Revelations, which I would give, like, an 8.5. Probably same thing with 2. Unity's probably an 8 out of 10. And then, as I said, the other 4, 7.5 out of 10s. Which I just realized we're still not done. So what are we missing? What are we missing? Oh, this, maybe. Ah, yeah. There we go. Rope.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
There we go, finally. Yeah, I mean, like, each game has very fundamental flaws. Even these games in the top tier that I absolutely adore, all of them have very glaring flaws. I mean, you got Brotherhood, where the glaring flaw is that its narrative just isn't that good. Like, the main story narrative. Like, the modern day... Oh, wait, I did not mean to do that. Okay, whatever. The modern day is fantastic. It's the best modern day in Assassin's Creed history, and it's not even close. However,
Phelps, 1, 2,
you got the main story, which is very mediocre and very cartoony and very black and white. It's very, the Assassins are the good guys, the Templars are the bad guys, and that's something I really don't like. And mind you, that's Jeffrey Yallum in general.
No.
And I just don't particularly love the way he writes Assassin's Creed.
Just
because I feel like Assassin's Creed is very much about the gray. It's very much about the I can't pronounce it. Whatever, the, like, murkiness of what is good and what is wrong, like, what is right and what is wrong. But, like, Brotherhood, and to be honest, 2 to a degree as well, like, just tries to blatantly tell you that, hey, the Assassins are what is good, and the Templars are bad. And I don't love that. Actually, really don't like that. But it is what it is. But outside of that, it's fantastic. So, yeah. Okay.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
I don't know. What would we... That's kind of a mixed one to me. I don't know. What should we do? Oh, we don't have any... Oh, no. Fuck, I'm kind of on the streak. I don't want to ruin this. Fuck. Because I haven't missed a single clue so far, so I kind of don't want to ruin it at this point. I don't know if there is a trophy for that or not, but it's like... Or not a single clue. I mean, a single investigation thing. So should I look this up? To be honest, I'm one click away. I have the fucking list of the missions up, then... If I click the fucking list, it will give me the walkthrough, but I don't know. Ah, fuck it. I'll just look up this one answer just because I really don't know. Okay. It's accused. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your
friends.
Whatever.
We'll see if this is right.
You came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Okay. Well, I guess this doesn't make sense now, actually. We're supposed to do accused in the rope.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Yeah, lie.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin.
Aren't a lot of these stories the same?
I go and bring her home.
Of like the husband letting the wife just go get drunk and go sleep with other guys and whatever else. Like it's like well, these are all the same fucking thing.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Okay. Yeah, as I said, that's a very big flaw of Brotherhood from a narrative standpoint. Again, from a gameplay standpoint, I do think it's pretty perfect. Though there are still issues, but whatever. Oh, okay.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you.
Then you got Black Flag, which again, perfect narrative. I think it's the most perfect ancestor narrative in Assassin's Creed history. I really do. I mean, unless you're looking at the overall arc of Ezio. But again, that's kind of a weird thing because it's over 3 games, and also it's really, I mean, if you look at it from a broad standpoint, it's very good. But if you look at it from like moment to moment, it's kind of like eh. But
8:30, maybe a little earlier.
And also, I mean, obviously, it's 3 games. So I do think Edwards is more impressive, the fact that it's all through the course of 1 game.
When was the last time you saw
Around 8:30.
So yeah, that's great. The open world's great and everything. The problem with Black Flag, though, is the mission structure is abysmal. It's like, I mean, it's really bad in the middle of the game. I mean, it's like chapters... Oh, fuck, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, whatever, I still have the list up. Okay, it's, okay, lie, or accuse, and then wet jacket.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Wet jacket.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked.
See, I mean,
we found your wet weather gear.
Yeah, the mission structure is so bad
I stayed a little later
at certain points of the game. It's like, it's really glaring how bad it is. And then you got Origins, where again, mission structure, fantastic. Bayek, one of the best characters in Assassin's Creed history. The most fun gameplay in Assassin's Creed history.
Thanks for answering.
And then you got this fucking mediocre shit story, when that ruins it all. It's like really, I mean, it's like none of these games can get everything perfect. It's really irritating, really. This is like, in this point in Assassin's Creed history, you would think we would have, like, with a franchise that's as big budget as it is, that is, or at least used to be based around its narrative. You would think we would have a game that would have perfected the gameplay and perfected the narrative. While it's like, instead, we have these games that, like, some, like, perfect the gameplay, but then, like, have shit narratives, and then we also have games that have perfect narrative, or really good narratives, but then shit gameplay. It's like, I mean, again, I think Black Flag comes the closest, because at least Black Flag has good gameplay and good narrative. The problem is just the mission structure is really bad. So it's like, the utilization of the gameplay is really bad, but the actual gameplay itself is fun. So it's like, it's strange. I mean, he told us to go to the Baron's Bar, right? So I think that's where we're going to go first. And, I mean, if I continue on the thing, I mean, like, till the next few games, I mean, it's even more so that way. I mean, you got Revelations, one of the best narratives in Assassin's Creed history again. I mean, like, okay, why aren't we going? Do we have to drive? I wasn't paying attention.
You're behind the wheel.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fuck you. You're driving. Yeah, I mean, you got Revelations, one of the best narratives in Assassin's Creed history. Has some of the best moments in any narrative in the history of writing, in my opinion. Like, I think the ending of the Revelations is my favorite scene in any sort of media ever. But you have a very stale sort of game. Like, the game itself is just very blah. It's more of Brotherhood, but kind of like watered down in certain aspects. And like, they tried to implement new things that just didn't work that well. I mean, the Hookblade's pretty fun, but I mean, outside of that, there's not really much there. But I mean, like, it's still a fun game, and it has a fantastic story. But again, it's lack of, like, not lack of innovation, but it's like just the fact that, I don't know, it's just, there's something about Revelations, it's just kind of blah from a gameplay standpoint.
I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Okay.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around.
And then you got 2, which again,
10:30, I think.
pretty perfect narrative. I mean, while it is very black and white. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. While it was
in a
very
car,
black
by
and
bus?
white,
How was it?
She
you
called
still
for a
have this
cab. Did you
great
get some
story with Ezio.
Sure,
And I
I
think
did.
that's something else
I like
that's like kind of
Teresa.
missing with
The
Brotherhood.
only time she
Is that
has
while
a
it is
break
very
is when
black and
things aren't
white,
going
like
so good at
Ezio as a character,
I
like
was worried about it.
he does have some character development in Brotherhood, but it's not as blatant as it is in 2. And at least
out
in
an
2, it's
APB
like
on
you
the
kind of
cab.
feel like you are
3591.
seeing the story of this
Should
guy.
be
It's like
traceable.
well with Brotherhood, it's like it's like I don't know. While it does take place over the course of like what 4 years, 3 or 4 years, the main story itself. I mean, obviously there's a time skip at the very end, like 4 years later, 3 years later, like the 1507, I believe, in the beginning of the game is 1500. But like with 2, obviously you're starting at Ezio at 17, you're ending the game at him at like 40, I believe, 40 something, whatever. So it's like that's a good amount of time. Okay.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
That was a bit iffy.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
So yeah, I
Get a
mean
good
you
look at
got
these guys?
Sure.
that, then
good look.
Unity
was a
again,
sailor
another one that
in uniform.
narratively I really
His cap
like.
said,
Actually, I think I'm one of
USS Indiana.
the,
the
one of the
other
bigger supporters of Unity's
The other
narrative.
guy
And I do think
is
gameplay
Richard
wise,
Bates.
it's good for
He's
the
sitting in
most
the
part.
back
But
right
again,
now.
it's like I think
Red
Unity's one of the
polo
ones
shirt.
where it's not as lopsided, but it's like both sides of the thing, like both its narrative and its gameplay aren't like top level. So it's like it's still like a middle tier game. It's like they're kind of just like middle of the road in both aspects. But I do think Unity does some things that are much better than certain other games in the franchise. But either way, whatever. We'll talk about it when we play Unity, I guess.
Any idea where she was headed?
Well, in the episode after this
I didn't get
investigation, by the
that.
way. And then you got the lower games, which I mean, again, they're whatever. I mean, you got fuck, I wasn't paying attention.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give
Did I
us
get it
something.
wrong?
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Oh no.
Thank you for your help, mister.
No, I got it wrong.
Hey, no problem.
No. No.
Mrs. Bates?
Oh shit.
That's him.
Oh no.
LAPD.
I wasn't paying attention.
Shitbird.
Ah, fuck.
Can't let this.
You know what? Can we restart? No, you have to restart the entire case? Well, that's really fucking annoying. Alright. Damn it.
Go, Phelps.
Oh
get
well, I
after
guess
it.
we're gonna take our first miss.
Come on,
Damn it.
gotta
That really
ride.
sucks.
Get in and drive.
I just wasn't paying attention. Damn it. Oh, what? I wasn't paying attention again. Yeah, it's kind of too late now.
No time to wait, Rusty.
Yeah, even though
killer
he's
and he
standing
gets
there
away-
for a really fucking long time. Damn it! I'm really irritated we fucked that up. Okay.
He could
Yeah,
be our
and then
only
you
lead
got,
to
like I said,
Terrelson's
like a
murder.
Rogue again, pretty middle of the road narrative wise, and pretty lackluster gameplay. You got 3, which again like very mixed narrative, and then gameplay's whatever. I mean, you got AC1 again, really good narrative, but really terrible gameplay. So that's one that does
Where are
fit
you
into
headed?
that. And then you got the other one. To be honest, I am considering just redoing this case at this point, just because, I don't know. I don't think we will, though. I'm really irritated by that, though. I'm really irritated by that. Fuck, we're going way over, but whatever. And what game did I forget? Syndicate, again, pretty shit narrative, and then mediocre gameplay, so it's like, I
Don't
don't
let
know.
this rain slip you up.
And then you got the There's one I'm forgetting, isn't it? No, that is all of them. So yeah, whatever. Again, I'm not talking about other games. Oh, fuck off. Okay, we should start over. You know what? Let's do this. I just want to see if we load out of the game and then load back in where it's going to put us. Like, that would be cool if it put us, if it put us at the beginning so that we don't fuck that up again. But I have a feeling it won't. So yeah. Probably gonna end this recording next time opportunity we get. Oh my god, it actually did! Holy shit, it actually did! Well, that's cool. So, we will undo our fuck up in the next episode, I guess. But for now, thank you for watching.